we will play our matches. Saw your 4-stock meditation video from Zero. That was insane. What did you think of? Can you run through your thought process? Yeah, sure. Basically, my thought process when I did the meditation 4-stock versus Leffen. So, for people that don't know, this was Beast 5 tournament in Gothenburg. Before, Beast had its issues and stopped being a tournament series. But back during Beast 5, I was actually one of the TOs, second in charge. And honestly speaking, I was so tired during that event. It was often like 16-hour workdays, basically no break for food. When I did get to eat food, it was basically, eat while working and kind of like stress it. So I was honestly very tired. So once I played at Grand Finals versus Leffen, I was, at first, I used after, I think I was like drinking as well, some orange juice or whatever. But I think after that, I close my eyes, kind of just try to take deep breaths, recharge the batteries. So that was the first thing I did. Just try to calm myself down, deep breaths, all of that. Then after that, I try to remember all the stuff I did wrong in the matches and what I should have done instead. So, kind of replay the scenarios in my head. Oh, I got punished for this, I got punished for this. And then visualize that this is what I should do instead. So that's what I did afterwards. And then after that, I tried to visualize myself standing on that stage where we were playing. And pretty much celebrating the win. In traditional sports, if you look at high jump, for example, it's a common method people use that they visually try to see themselves jumping above the bar. And since I'm into sports, I've heard about that, so I've done stuff like that myself to use that to my advantage. So that's what the things I did, and then after that was done, I was basically, just ready to go. And I'm not saying that's the only reason why it ended up being a 4-stock, but I think stuff like that helps. Mentality, visualizing, a lot of these little things help. It's not the only thing I've used to my advantage over the years, but it's one of them. I've also used people's body language out of game to, read my opponents more nicely. When you see them do, certain actions in real life, when they shake their head, or if they're moving their body a lot, it's you can feel the anger. And then if you survive the next 30 seconds, these people are normally done. If you don't give them that opening right after, they're about to absolutely break. If you don't give them that, hope right after, they're almost always done. So I always try to make sure survive the next 15, 20 seconds. Because then they will be even more frustrated that they can't close out the stock. So that's very important. And also, if they are very frustrated, you can see that in their body language, then certain actions are much more common. If they're off stage with a Spacey, for example, side B in, very common, because they want to get back, they want to get that kill. Or if they're afraid, then they want to get, back on the stage as soon as possible, because it's, scary to be off the level. So yeah, a lot of those things I've used over the years. Of course, if you have TVs, one TV each, then you can't really use that as much. But if you're playing on one TV, which some tournaments do, then I use that to my advantage for sure. So yeah, that's some of the backstory regarding the meditation 4-stock and Smash in general. the body language thing, like, I remember I used it at Apex 2013, for example, when I played PPMD in Winners Finals. And I've also used it against Mewtwo King, because Mewtwo King has gotten better at it, but he still have this thing sometimes where he, like, does his, like, head shake. And then I always had this thing where I really focused on not dying for, you know, the next 20 seconds or so.